a really easy video showing you how to convert fractions to decimals. Now, there's no calculator involved, there's no pie charts, there's nothing. All this is basic division, okay? Basic division. Now, these are commonly used fractions and decimals, so you really need to know what a quarter is. You really need to know what 2/5 is, etc. But I'm going to show you how we work it out, because some people really don't know this. So I'm going to show you. So, for example, the first one, you put the denominator. Remember, that's called a denominator in a fraction. That's a numerator. You need to know those words. So you need to check out my other fraction videos. This is called the bus stop method, which is a division method. It helps you solve questions. So first of all, we're going to put the denominator. I'll just put D and I'll put an N, numerator. Now, this goes on the outside of our bus stop, and that goes in the middle. Now, you know that 4 does not go into 1. So we're going to put a 0 here. Bit squished there, sorry. So, and then you're going to put a decimal there. After the 0, you're going to put the decimal. So then you put your 0 there, because this is how it's going to be. I'm going to have the zeros in. So 4 into 10, because we've carried that one on just twice. What's left? 2. And 4's into 20 go 5 times. So we know that 1/4 equals 25. 0.25, sorry. So if you don't know how to use a bus stop method, I have actually got a video on it. I know some people think that's a bit bonkers, but I have, and it will show you, because not everybody knows how to do these things. Next, we do the same. Our denominator is 4, and numerator is 2. So we've got 4 into 2 does not go. Put the decimal point. So we know 2 has got to go over to there. So 4 into 20 goes 5 times. So we know that 2/4 equals 0.5. 0.50, 0.5, whatever you want to say. So the next one, we have 5 and we have 2. 5 into 2 do not go. Decimal point. Carry a 0. 5's into 20 is 4. So we know that 2/5 equals 0.4. A half. So we put the 2 here and the 1. 2's into 1 do not go. Decimal point. Carry the 1. 2's into 10 with 5. So we know that a half equals 0.5. So this one's a 4. We're going to put a 4 in there and 3 here. 4's into 3 do not go. Decimal point. Carry the 3. 4's into 30. 4's into 30 do not go. They go how many times? 4 times 7 is 28. So that's a 7. We've got 2 left over. Carry the 2 that's left over. 4's into 20 go 5 times. There we go. Because you stop when it goes in exactly. So 3/4 equals 0.75. Here we've got a bigger denominator, so let's see how this looks. 20 into 3 obviously does not go. But add a decimal point in. Carry the 3. So we know that 20 goes into 30 once. We've got 10 left. And 20 into 100 goes 5 times. So we know that 3 over 20 equals 0.15. Another one, 5, which is our denominator, and 3. 5 into 3 do not go. 0, decimal place. Carry the 3. And we know that 5 into 30 goes 6 times. So the answer for 3/5 equals 0.6. So as you can see, you can solve anything by doing these fraction ones. And dividing. So let's do another one. This is the one you need to remember is 8, which is our denominator by 1. We know that 8 does not go into 1, not and a decimal. Carry the 1 over. 8 into 10 goes once. Carry the 0. Put the 2 there. So 8 into 20 goes twice. And 2 times 8, which is 16, leaves us 4. Carry the 4 over. 8 into 40 goes 5. This is one to try and remember. 1 over 8 equals 0.125. So the next one, we have 8 and 3, which obviously doesn't go. So I'm going to put our decimal places and our 0 ready. So 8 into 30, we now go 8, 16, 24. So that's 3 times. 6 left over. 8 into 16, go 7 times. 8 into 60, sorry, goes 7 times. Because 8 times 7 is 56, which leaves us with 4 left over. And 8 into 40 go 5 times. So we know 3 8s equals 0.375. So now let's move on to some things called reoccurring decimals, and that's the decimals that can go on and on and on. And you get questions that ask you to deal with it to 1 decimal place, to 2 decimal place, 3 decimal place. This next one, I just want to do it to, let's say, 2 decimal places. So we'll go 3 and 2, which doesn't go. We know that. So let's put our 0 ready. So we're going to carry that 2. And we know that 3 goes into 2 6 times. 3 times 6 is 18. 0, what's left over is 2. It's going to be 6. So you can see that the pattern is just a loop. It's going to go on and on and on and on. So that looks awful to write and awful to remember. So what we do is the exam question might do it to 2, just say, put your answer to 2 decimal places, which is going to be 0.66. Now with that, that is where we stop. And this dot represents our stopping point, and it's called a reoccurring decimal. Just tells you to stop. That's your number. This one, 3 over 1, 0. 3 into 10 go 3 times. What's left? 1. Same again. It's going on and on and on. So we know to 1 decimal, this is going to be, that was 2 decimal places. This is going to be 1 decimal place. 0.1 decimal place. Next one. We know that's not going to go in there. We know that 11 is not going to go into 10. So the next one's 100. So 11 into 100 goes 9 times because it's 99. That leaves us 1. Can't go. Carry the 10 over. 9 times. What's left? 1. Can't go. and so on and so forth. It would just go on and on and on. So let's do this one to 2 decimal places. So we're going to go 0.09. Let's whack it there, our decimal, recurring decimal. 1, 2. The next one, 12 and 5. 12 into 5, we know he's not going to go. 12 does go into 50 though. It goes 4 times. That leaves us with 2. 12 goes into 20 once. And what's left? 12 into what's left? So 12 to 20 is 8. So 12 into 80 goes 6 times. Because 12 times 6 is 72. What have we got left? We've got another 8. Same again. 6. And again. And 6. And so on. And then it just goes on and on and on. So we're going to do this. And we're going to put our recurring decimal at where it finishes, which is 0.416. Whack our recurring. We want to stop there because it means nothing now. That's our number, 0.416, with our recurring decimal at the top. And then finally, another one, 2/11. Doesn't really come up much, but hey, let's do it. So we know for a starter that we're going to need a decimal here and a decimal there. So 11 into 20 goes once, carry 9. 11 into 90 goes 8, carry 2. 11 into 20 goes once. Carry 9. And so on and so forth. You're going to end up with a number. Going on, and on, and on. So we're going to make this 0.18. Okay? And the reason why I haven't put it here is because it's 18, 18, 18. So 0.18, it stops there. But it's just that 18. There's no more one. There's not another one behind it. Whereas this is 666. Okay? And that stops at 9. That stops at 6 because I asked it to on that one. I said do it 2 decimal places. So that's it really. So obviously there'll be questions saying where they want you to start. Mine are just basic. So you understand how to work it out and the concept of it. As I said, this is commonly used, but so is this actually. This is commonly used and this is commonly used. And this is commonly used. So you do need to know those as well. It saves a lot of time when working out questions. Anyway, hope you understood this. Bye.